Welcome, Madridistas. The passion for the white jersey comes alive here. Stay tuned for the latest updates, transfers, and everything about the greatest club in the world, Real Madrid.
Real Madrid is fully committed to signing Alexis Mac Allister and is preparing an offer close to €90 million to convince Liverpool to let go of the Argentine midfielder. A World Cup winner with Argentina and one of the standout performers in the Premier League, Mac Allister has caught the attention of Madrid's top brass thanks to his tactical intelligence, vision, and ability to contribute both defensively and offensively. At just 26 years old, he fits the profile of a player who can lead the next era of Madrid's midfield. Initial contacts have already been made between Real Madrid and the players' representatives, with discussions taking place behind closed doors. The club knows this won't be a simple deal, but it is determined to move quickly before other European giants step in. Led by chief scout Juni Calafat, the Madrid recruitment team has placed Mac Allister at the top of their wish list, seeing him as a pivotal piece in the team's future midfield structure. For his part, Mac Allister is reportedly open to the idea of joining Real Madrid, fully aware that such a move would mark a major step forward in his career. Playing at the Santiago Bernabéu, alongside a new generation of elite talent, is an opportunity few would pass up. Optimism is growing in Madrid, where all efforts are now focused on making this one of the headline transfers of the upcoming summer window. Real Madrid has set its sights on Alvaro Carreras as one of the key reinforcements for their left-back position next season. At just 22 years old, the Spanish defender has impressed during his time at Benfica, standing out both defensively and in his ability to join the attack. Having been developed in the Real Madrid youth system, Carreras has grown into a mature and competitive player in Portugal, showcasing a level of talent that has caught the attention of top European clubs. His fast, versatile playing style makes him an ideal option for the Madrid team, which is looking for a player with potential and experience to take on a crucial defensive role. Real Madrid has made it clear that they are willing to act quickly to secure his signing, even though Benfica has set his price at around €50 million, a significant amount. The club is determined to do everything possible to bring the young left-back back to the place where he started his career. The situation is clear: Carreras is one of the most promising defenders around, and his potential is undeniable, which has made him a priority for Real Madrid in the transfer market. Although other top clubs are also interested in his signing, Madrid is confident that its connection with the player and his background in the academy will give them the edge in convincing him to return. The signing of Alvaro Carreras represents not only a boost to the left-back position but also an investment for the future. His ability to quickly adapt to top-level football, coupled with his competitive mentality, makes him one of the most promising acquisitions for Real Madrid's squad. The club is determined to close this deal in the coming months, confident that Carreras will become an essential part of their defense in the years to come. Rodrigo is set to leave Real Madrid this summer. After 5 seasons filled with ups and downs, the Brazilian forward has decided it's time to bring his chapter at the Santiago Bernabéu to an end. With inconsistent performances, mounting criticism, and the rise of other key players, Rodrigo no longer feels valued within the squad. His recent request for a salary increase was not just about money, it was a strategic move to push for an exit. He wants out, and the club has received the message loud and clear. Real Madrid is not planning to stand in his way. The club is open to selling him if a serious offer comes in. Internally, he's no longer seen as a key piece of the project moving forward. His role has diminished, and with new reinforcements arriving, the timing feels right for both sides to part ways. The transfer is expected to be finalized early in the summer window, as negotiations are already taking shape behind the scenes. Rodrigo is ready for a fresh start. He's looking for a team where he can be a central figure again, trusted, supported, and given the space to shine. At Madrid, that chance has slipped away. The talent is undeniable, but the story between Rodrigo and Real never quite reached its full potential. This departure, now inevitable and mutual, could be the turning point he needs in his career. Carlo Ancelotti, the current head coach of Real Madrid, appears to be nearing the end of his tenure with the Spanish giants. Although his contract officially runs until 2026, internal sources suggest that his departure could come much sooner. The atmosphere within the club has shifted. What was once unwavering support from the board has turned into telling silence. At Valdebebas, there's a growing sense that Ancelotti's cycle is drawing to a close, and behind the scenes, the club may already be preparing for a new chapter. Florentino Perez remains characteristically silent, but recent press conferences have seen Ancelotti hint that his future at the club is no longer entirely in his hands. These subtle remarks have only fueled speculation that the decision has already been made at the highest level. Within the walls of the Bernabéu, a quiet farewell is being envisioned, one marked by mutual respect but also inevitability. Should Ancelotti depart, it would close a period defined by calm leadership and notable success. Yet it would also usher in a new phase of uncertainty, where Real Madrid must reshape its identity and direction without one of its most experienced figures at the helm. Real Madrid is determined to make a major move in the transfer market, and their top target is Ibrahima Konate, the French central defender from Liverpool. At just 25 years old, Konate has established himself as one of the most reliable defensive stalwarts in the Premier League, and at Valdebebas, he is seen as the perfect addition to strengthen a defense in transition. Florentino Perez, a huge admirer of the player, has already initiated contact with his representatives and is prepared to wait until the summer of 2026 to sign him on a free transfer, although the goal is to close the deal much sooner. Carlo Ancelotti has given his full backing to the operation, and the Madrid board considers Konate a top priority in their defensive plans. The player himself has acknowledged being flattered by Real Madrid's interest, sending a clear signal that negotiations are speeding up. On Liverpool's side, there is a recognition that they risk losing him for nothing, and while a renewal is still possible, a departure is not out of the question if a good offer comes through. There have even been rumors of a potential exchange involving Rodrigo, but Real Madrid has firmly rejected the idea. The Brazilian is untouchable. With PSG also in the mix, Real Madrid is moving quickly and decisively to secure the defensive reinforcement they see as essential for their future project. Konate fits the bill perfectly, young, experienced, and ready for the big European challenges. If everything goes as planned, the Santiago Bernabéu could soon welcome a new French wall, ready to leave his mark in the white jersey. William Celiba is on the verge of becoming Real Madrid's next marquee signing. The French centre-back from Arsenal has emerged as the top priority for the Spanish giants, who are urgently looking to strengthen a backline weakened by injuries and inconsistent performances. Florentino Perez and the club's sporting directors have already made formal contact with Celiba's representatives and Arsenal, with the deal expected to be worth around €90 million. Celiba impressed heavily in the recent Champions League clash against Madrid, delivering a standout performance that confirmed his status as one of Europe's best defenders, both in the Premier League and for the French national team. At just 23 years old, with over 100 appearances for Arsenal, Celiba represents both immediate quality and long-term security. Real Madrid is not only aiming to reinforce its defense, but to build a new leadership core in the back. The likely arrival of Xabi Alonso as head coach for the 2025-26 season could bring a shift to a three-man defense, an ideal system for a central figure like Celiba. Reports suggest the player is open to the move, especially with the opportunity to play alongside his close friend and fellow Frenchman Kylian Mbappé. While Arsenal is reluctant to let him go, they understand that a significant offer combined with Celiba's interest could make negotiations unavoidable. The London club is already scouting potential replacements. In Madrid, preparations are underway for what could be one of the transfer market's biggest moves. Unless something unexpected happens, William Celiba is set to become a cornerstone of Real Madrid's future defense. Real Madrid has set its sights on Florian Wirtz, and all signs point to him becoming one of the major figures in the upcoming transfer windows. At just 21 years old, the German attacking midfielder has delivered a historic season with Bayer Leverkusen, leading Xabi Alonso's team to an unbeaten Bundesliga title. His talent, maturity, and ability to decide big matches have made him a top priority for the club's sporting management. Although Bayern Munich and Manchester City have also shown strong interest, Wirtz dreams of wearing the Real Madrid jersey, and his camp is already working behind the scenes to make the move to Spain a reality. The operation won't be easy. His release clause is set at €125 million, and Leverkusen has no intention of letting him go this summer, although a transfer in 2025 seems increasingly likely. Real Madrid is planning a smart approach, following the same strategy they used with signings like Jude Bellingham and Eduardo Camavinga. Moreover, the potential arrival of Xabi Alonso on the Madrid bench could be a decisive factor in convincing Wirtz to take the next step. While no official agreement has been reached yet, everything suggests that we will soon see Florian Wirtz wearing the iconic white shirt. Real Madrid is preparing to make another masterstroke in building its future dynasty. Real Madrid is on the verge of completing one of the most anticipated transfers of the 2025 to 2026 season, securing the arrival of Trent Alexander-Arnold from Liverpool on a free transfer. The English fullback, whose contract with the Reds expires in June 2025, has decided not to renew and will take on a new challenge at the Santiago Bernabéu. At 26, Alexander-Arnold has established himself as one of the best right-backs in the world, renowned not only for his defensive solidity but also for his outstanding offensive contributions. His ability to orchestrate quick transitions, deliver pinpoint assists, and create scoring opportunities will make him a major asset for the Madrid side. Real Madrid is working discreetly and efficiently to finalize the deal, fully aware of the importance of strengthening the right flank of their squad. Signing Alexander-Arnold as a free agent highlights the club's smart strategy in the transfer market, consistently capitalizing on opportunities to add elite talent without paying massive transfer fees. Beyond reinforcing their defense, Real Madrid secures a player with significant experience at the highest levels of European competition and a true winning mentality, crucial qualities for a team aiming for the biggest titles. This signing sends a clear message: the Spanish giants are continuing to build a competitive, ambitious team determined to remain one of the dominant forces in world football for years to come. Real Madrid has set its sights on Enzo Fernandez to become the new playmaker in its midfield. With the announced departure of Toni Kroos and the approaching end of Luka Modric's cycle, the Madrid club is searching for a new leader capable of commanding the game for years to come. At just 24 years old, Enzo has already proven, both at Chelsea and with the Argentine national team, that he possesses the vision, technique, and character to take on this central role. At Valdebebas, they believe his profile perfectly matches Real Madrid's DNA, an elegant player, intelligent on the ball, and with a strong personality on the pitch. Real Madrid's interest in Enzo is not new, but it has intensified significantly in recent weeks. Sources close to the club confirm that his name is at the very top of the priority list for the next transfer window. The sporting leadership sees him as the missing piece to maintain excellence in the midfield. On his side, Enzo is reportedly attracted by the idea of joining Los Blancos. He views the move as a unique opportunity to take a major step in his career, join a young and ambitious squad, and compete for the biggest European titles. At Real Madrid, there is no doubt about his ability to adapt quickly and establish himself as a pillar of the team. For the club, this would not only be a high-quality reinforcement but a true statement of intent to build the future around a player capable of becoming a legend in the Madrid midfield. Real Madrid is on the verge of pulling off a true masterstroke in the transfer market. Dean Huisen, a young Spanish central defender just 20 years old, is very close to joining the Casablanca. According to sources close to the club and the player's entourage, the Madrid board has accelerated negotiations in recent hours to get ahead of strong competition from Liverpool and Chelsea. This season, Huisen has made a name for himself in the Premier League thanks to his impressive physique, technical quality, and tactical maturity, rare qualities for a player his age. In Madrid, he is seen as Nacho's natural heir and an ideal reinforcement alongside Rodrigo and Militao. The club is reportedly ready to trigger his €60 million release clause. Florentino Perez and his team are determined not to miss the opportunity to sign one of the most promising defenders in Europe. Huisen, who has never hidden his admiration for Real Madrid, would welcome a move to the Santiago Bernabéu, especially at a time when the club is building a new era around young stars like Bellingham, Vinicius, and Endrick. At Valdebebas, his signing is seen as a strategic move, a modern centre-back, trained in Italy, already tested at the highest level in England, and, crucially, a Spanish passport holder. All signs suggest that this transfer could become one of the headline moves of the summer. Though less publicized than other big names, Dean Huisen could be a cornerstone of Real Madrid's defensive future, part of an ambitious youth-focused strategy aimed at keeping the club at the top of European football. Florentino Perez has launched his next big galactic operation, signing Erling Holland. The Real Madrid president sees the Norwegian striker as an absolute priority to strengthen the club's attack for the long term. This is not just a rumor, a concrete plan is already in place. Holland has a release clause in his contract that can be activated as early as the summer of 2024 for around €200 million, a fee that could even decrease in 2025 under certain conditions. Additionally, Real Madrid holds a preferential clause, further fueling Florentino's ambitions. Discussions with Holland's camp are already underway, and the feedback has been positive. Although happy at Manchester City, Holland is aware that joining Real Madrid could offer him international exposure and the chance to become a football legend. For Florentino, Holland is not just an exceptional goal scorer, he is a marketing icon capable of taking the club into a new era, with both sporting and media ambitions, including targeting the Ballon d'Or. However, the transfer won't be easy to pull off. Manchester City, which recently extended Holland's contract until 2034, will do everything it can to keep him. Yet, ongoing investigations into potential financial violations at the English club could change the situation. If sanctions are imposed, several stars may leave, and Real Madrid, with its stability and sporting ambitions, is positioned as an ideal destination. Among the options to facilitate the transfer, Rodrigo goes, who is highly valued by Guardiola, could be included in the deal, reducing the overall cost. Florentino Perez is ready to make a big move in the market to write a new golden chapter in the club's history.